problem with Pittsburgh. They had a talented
Yeah, all right,
quarterback.
man, hold on a minute. Hello, sports fans, and welcome to night 2 of the NFL Draft, rounds 2 and 3. It was pretty unpredictable last night as 2 Buckeyes went off the board. Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. Wilson went to the Jets, Olave to the Saints, which was great, and I felt those were 2 good moves by both the Jets and the Saints, both in the top 10. And there was only one quarterback taken off the board last night, and that was Kenny Pickett of the University of Pittsburgh, who will be playing for, as you know, the Steelers. Now, the Browns and several other teams did not have a pick last night in the first round. They'll be picking tonight, the Browns, in pick number 44. We'll see who they pick. And Andrew Barry's not afraid to get aggressive. And right now, joining me on the phone is my really good friend, Matt Blumberg. Matt, what do you think about rounds 2 and 3 tonight and last night with very, very unpredictable? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
The Browns. Problem with the Browns, they should have kept that young quarterback. Should have kept him. Should have signed that young quarterback. Should have kept him.
Yeah, well, we'll see. They could be trading Baker Mayfield during or after the draft. And I know your 49ers will pick tonight, along with Indianapolis, Miami, and other teams that did not pick. And the teams that pick will probably pick again tonight, too. So,
I'll tell you my prediction on the whole issue is well, Baker Mayfield, I thought got screwed.
well, either way, he felt a little disrespected, and I know he does want to be traded, but there's 3 teams that could get. Carolina's one that's interested in him. Seattle could be another, and possibly San Francisco, but we'll see. And so there are some teams that are interested in him. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And your 49ers, I do know, are probably looking to draft a tight end or offensive lineman either way, but we shall see. But they could. Trey Lance could be their new starting quarterback. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that, my friend. Well, they should dump the other friend because he's not very good.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, that was a good move to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. But we don't know what team he's going to go with as of yet.
They trade him?
I believe so. So,
if they did trade him, then the thing is, Trey Lance will be a starter, and then you have 2 other quarterbacks to back him up on. Find somebody else to back him up.
Yeah, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is now at the podium, and what to expect in round 2? I think the Browns are targeting a wide receiver from Georgia named George Pickens. We'll see if they take him tonight. And I know your 49ers could be targeting a few players. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see on that, Matt.
I'm thinking my friend is the thing about that is, well, the thing about the draft tonight, or whatever. The thing is, well, I think they should sign Deebo Sanders, keep him in the 49ers, keep Deebo Sanders.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can really agree with you on that. I think they should re-sign him. And we will see if they do. We'll have to wait and find out. And the NFL Draft is now about to resume, round number 2. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now on the clock.
I'll let you back to your podcast.
All right, Matt. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye-bye. Thank you, Matt.
Sure, no problem.
And later on this evening, hopefully periodically, you will hear from my buddy Keith Norman, who is my co-anchor down at Magnolia Clubhouse. And you can hear him on The Big Show with Tony Rizzo as a frequent calling guest on AM 850 WKNR. And so the Bucs lost to the Rams back in January in the playoffs. And Brady retired, but now we find out he's coming back this fall. So he announced his return, and that's quite a surprising thing to a lot of people. And Bruce Arians steps down as head coach. And Todd Bowles was named Tampa Bay's new head coach. So we'll see what happens with that. And there's a lot of paper on the board. And look at Tampa Bay's free agents: Gronkowski, Naaman Sung, and Jason Pierre-Paul, excuse me. Richard Sherman, linebacker Kevin Minner, Stephen McLendon, and departures: Marpet, Alex Capra, Ronald Jones II, tight end O.J. Howard, and safety Jordan Whitehead. So we'll see who Tampa Bay takes with pick number 33, the first pick in round 2 of the NFL draft. And we're waiting for that pick to come in on the screen. And they're on the clock right now. But for the Browns to really what to watch for with the Browns tonight in this draft is to, I really think the Browns are really going to. We'll see if the Browns take George Pickens, but I really think they might go with him. But they may take also either a running back, or a linebacker, or an offensive lineman. Excuse me. But the Bucs need to find somebody who can really take on the one-on-one battles in their games, and also the. And their defense really needs a lot of help. Their defense does need to work. So we shall see who Tampa Bay takes and when their pick comes in. And we're gonna sit tight and but we'll see who they take when the pick comes in. And I really think that there is I think Tampa Bay could go with a running back. You never know. And their new head coach, Todd Bowles, might do that. Excuse me. And so I really think that they could go with a running back, a tight end, or an offensive lineman in this pick, because there's so many still on the board. But the other big question is, that everybody is wondering, when is quarterback Malik Williams going to go out the board? And everybody's wondering that, if it will be in rounds 2 and 3, or tomorrow in the later rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because there's a lot of quarterbacks that are still on the board. And so that's what everybody's wondering. And so we shall see if they we'll see if Malik gets off the board tonight or not. And we're going to see who Tampa Bay takes in just 2.5 minutes. Hopefully, their pick is in, and let's see. I'm waiting for it to come in on the screen. So the Bucs pick is in. I think they could take a tight end, guard, center, or defensive tackle, and so we'll see who they take. And there's no team that needs all of everything, but there's teams that needs certain players at certain positions. So we'll have to see if Tampa Bay takes a running back tonight in rounds 2 and 3, or tomorrow in this year's draft. So, but right now we're gonna reveal the answer to. Here, and I'm going to reveal today's trivia question. I forgot to do that. Let me do that right now. Only 2 running backs have been selected in the top 10 in the NFL draft since 2010. Who are they? Is it A, Trent Richardson and Ryan Matthews? B, Ryan Matthews and Doug Martin? C, Trent Richardson and C.J. Spiller? Or D, C.J. Spiller and Ryan Matthews? I'll have the answer later in the podcast. And probably the next segment I will have it. And I'm waiting for the Buccaneers pick to come in on the screen. So we'll see who they are going to take with this first pick. And we have a special guest announcing the picks tonight. And it's Simeon Rice, Super Bowl, Tampa Bay Super Bowl champion from 52. Or Super Bowl 50, Super Bowl 56, excuse me. And they have taken Logan Hall, defensive end from Houston. That's who the Bucs have taken. And I think that was a good move for Tampa Bay. So I really think that this was a good move for Tampa Bay. Taking Logan Hall, defensive end from Houston. He put a lot of numbers up last year with the University of Houston. And the Minnesota Vikings are back on the clock now. Oh, they've traded. Excuse me. It's now the Packers that are back on the clock. The Vikings trade pick 34 to the Packers. So they are on the clock now. And they had a couple of picks last night. They took, I got to look here. They took Quay Walker, inside linebacker from Georgia, and with they had the 28th pick, and they took Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle, Georgia. And I still said they need to find a player to fill Devontae Adams' position after trading him. So we'll see, and the pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up on the screen. They need somebody to back up Aaron Rodgers or really help out Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see. The pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up on the screen. Excuse me. So now I'm waiting for that pick to come in on the screen right now. So.
We don't know for certain it's a receiver. It would certainly surprise. I think a lot of people were it not to be. Which one would make the most sense to you?
No. I really think that they are going to take either a running back or a tight end or a defensive tackle, I think, or an offensive lineman, either way. Well, I just heard somebody say it could be George Pickens from Georgia, but I know the Browns have been targeting him, so we'll have to wait and see if either the Packers take him with their pick or the Browns take him with their pick at pick 44, which will be 10 picks from now, probably during the next hour. So let's wait and see what happens, and Malik Willis and Matt Corral are still on the board, and Desmond Ridder and Sam Howell are still on the board. From Ridder, Cincinnati, Howell, North Carolina. Brees Hall as running back, Iowa State is still on the board, and Ken Walker the third from running back, Michigan State. But there are a lot of quarterbacks still on the board that are looking to be named. And I'm going to have the Packers pick for you when I come back. Stay with us.